If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. Devin Bush has quietly emerged as one of the most reliable and impactful players on the Cleveland Browns defense this season. Even if the spotlight has often been stolen by Myles Garrett and rookie sensation Carson Schweizinger, while Garrett has been terrorizing opposing quarterbacks and Schweizinger has seamlessly stepped in, the role vacated by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Bush has gone about his business in a way that speaks volumes about his growth, consistency, and football intelligence. He may not always make the highlight reels, but his contributions have been instrumental in the Browns' rise into one of the league's most formidable defensive units. What makes his story particularly compelling is how it blends talent, resilience, and legacy, demonstrating that true football success is often measured in quiet, consistent excellence rather than flashes of individual brilliance. Bush's numbers this season tell a story of a linebacker who has found the perfect balance between run support, coverage, and creating turnovers. And those who follow the Browns closely know exactly how much he has elevated the team's overall defensive performance through 11 games. Bush has already accumulated 75 total tackles, ranking second on the team, and has added to sacks, 5 passes defended, and 6 tackles for loss, beyond the raw statistics. His impact is evident in advanced metrics. He has earned an 84.9 overall grade from Pro Football Focus, which ranks him 6th among all linebackers in the NFL. What's most impressive, however, is his coverage work. Opposing quarterbacks have struggled to find success against him, as Bush is allowing the lowest passer rating of his career when targeted, sitting at an impressive 70.2. This growth in coverage has transformed him into a versatile linebacker capable of making plays all over the field, complementing both Garrett's pass rushing dominance and Schweizinger's energetic presence in the middle of the defense. For a unit already loaded with star power, Bush's consistency and technical proficiency have been the glue holding everything together. Bush's trajectory this season suggests he is on pace to have the best campaign of his career. He needs just 30 for more tackles to match his career high, and given that he is averaging 6.8 tackles per game, surpassing that mark seems highly likely. His ability to consistently find the ball and make plays is a testament to his instincts, preparation, and understanding of the game, but Bush is more than just a tackler. His knack for making game-changing plays was on full display during the Browns' recent matchup against the Ravens, where he recorded a 23-yard interception return for a touchdown. This pick-six was the first of his career and the second touchdown overall, giving Cleveland the lead for most of the game and exemplifying his ability to shift momentum in crucial moments. Plays like this highlight why Bush is a player whose contributions go far beyond the stat sheet, affecting games in ways that are difficult to quantify but impossible to ignore. Devin Bush's football pedigree runs deep, with his father, Devin Bush Sr., also having played for the Browns. The elder Bush was a free safety who spent his seasons in Cleveland in 2001 and 2002, totaling over 100 tackles with 2 interceptions and recording a pick-six himself. This familial connection adds a layer of narrative richness to Devin Bush's current performance, as he not only carries the weight of professional expectations but also the pride and legacy of his family. The parallels between father and son, from their tackling numbers to their ability to make game-changing plays, create a story that is both inspiring and uniquely tied to Cleveland football history. Bush has taken those lessons and experiences and turned them into a refined skill set that has made him indispensable for the Browns' defensive schemes. Bush's journey to this point has not been without adversity. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2019, he made an immediate impact and was a finalist for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But his career faced a major setback in 2020 when he tore his ACL after just 5 games, sidelining him for the remainder of the season. Post-injury, Bush struggled to regain his rookie form, leading the Steelers to move on after the 2020 season. A brief stint with the Seattle Seahawks followed, but it was not until he signed with Cleveland last season that he began to rediscover the form that made him a standout in Pittsburgh. The Browns recognized his potential and signed him to a 1-year, $3.25 million deal, a decision that has paid dividends for the team, as he has seamlessly integrated into the defensive system and flourished under the coaching staff. What sets Bush apart this season is not just his ability to make tackles or defend passes, but his football IQ and understanding of Situational play, he reads offenses with precision, anticipates routes and run schemes, and positions himself in ways that maximize his impact on the game. His presence allows Shedeur to operate more freely, knowing that Bush provides a safety net in coverage and can plug gaps in the run game when needed. His relationship with Myles Garrett is equally important. While Garrett commands attention with his pass rush, Bush capitalizes on the opportunities created, making the defense as a whole more efficient and dynamic. It's a rare combination of talent, experience, and instinct that has elevated the Browns into a top-tier defensive unit. Looking forward, the Browns face a critical decision this offseason. Bush has 1 year left on his current contract, and his performance this season clearly demonstrates that he is a cornerstone of the defense. Re-signing him should be a priority, not only for his on-field contributions, but also for the stability and leadership he brings to the linebacker corps. Losing a player of his caliber would leave a significant gap in the defense, and Cleveland's recent resurgence is in large part thanks to his presence. The investment in Bush is not just about tackles or interceptions. It is about maintaining a cohesive unit where experience, intelligence, and versatility form the backbone of the team's identity. Ultimately, Devin Bush represents the ideal blend of resilience, talent, and football lineage. From overcoming a major injury to finding his place in a new defensive system, he has shown remarkable growth and maturity. His impact on the Browns' defense this season is undeniable. From his consistent tackling and coverage skills to his game-changing plays like the pick six against the Ravens, in a season highlighted by Garrett's dominance and Schweizer's rookie brilliance, Bush's steady, often understated contributions provide the Browns with balance and reliability. For fans of Cleveland football, his story is both a testament to perseverance and a promise of what is possible when talent meets opportunity, making him not just an unsung hero but a vital piece of a defense that has quickly become one of the league's most respected units. Bush's emergence also serves as a reminder that football is a team game where stars shine brightest when supported by intelligent, reliable teammates. As the Browns push deeper into the season and set their sights on playoff contention, having a linebacker of Bush's caliber patrolling the middle of the field is invaluable. He is the player who fills gaps, makes crucial reads, and ensures that the defensive engine continues running smoothly. While the headlines often focus on sacks, turnovers, or flashy plays, the steady grind of a player like Bush forms the foundation for sustained success. His journey, both personal and professional, adds depth to the Browns' narrative this year, and his continued excellence will be critical as Cleveland looks to build on its recent defensive resurgence. If the Browns manage to secure Bush for the long term, they are not just retaining a talented player, they are investing in a leader, a playmaker, and a figure who embodies the resilience and pride of Cleveland football. Devin Bush has shown that he can overcome adversity, elevate his teammates, and deliver consistently at a high level, making him one of the most underrated yet crucial figures in the NFL today. In a league where attention often gravitates toward quarterbacks and headline-grabbing stars, Bush quietly reminds everyone that defense wins games, and the heart of that defense is players who combine skill, intelligence, and determination to make a difference every single week. Cleveland fans, and the Browns organization as a whole, can rest assured that with Devin Bush patrolling the middle, the team's defensive future is in very capable hands. This narrative highlights how a player can transcend expectations and quietly carve out a legacy. Through steady, impactful play, Devin Bush may not always be the most celebrated name on the field, but his contributions are tangible, his growth undeniable, and his presence transformative. As the season continues, his performances will not only shape the outcomes of individual games, but also define the trajectory of the Browns' defense for years to come. Bush's story is a perfect example of how talent, preparation, and perseverance converge to create a player who quietly dominates without the need for constant recognition, proving that in football, sometimes the most valuable heroes are those who work diligently behind the scenes while shaping the game in ways that matter most. Cleveland's defensive resurgence owes much to the synergy between its stars and its unsung heroes. Devin Bush represents the ideal blend of experience, intelligence, and physicality that allows the Browns to compete at the highest level. As the team navigates the remainder of the season, Bush's ability to anticipate plays, make tackles, and change the momentum of games with decisive actions like his pick six will continue to be a cornerstone of their strategy. In a sport often dominated by moments of individual brilliance, Bush's quiet dominance serves as a reminder that consistency, resilience, and smart football can be just as impactful as flashier plays. Cementing his role as one of the most important players on the Browns roster today, Devin Bush's season is a testament to the power of perseverance, preparation, and seizing opportunity. From his early days in Pittsburgh to the challenges of injury and recovery, to finding his place in Cleveland's defensive system, he has consistently demonstrated an ability to rise above obstacles and perform at a high level. His contributions this season exemplify what makes a defense successful: intelligence, versatility, and the ability to make plays that shift momentum and secure victories for the Browns. He is not just a player, he is a leader and a stabilizing force as the NFL season progresses. Bush's presence on the field will remain invaluable, his impact undeniable, and his role as one of Cleveland's most vital defensive players firmly cemented. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. Chaos is brewing in Cleveland, and the epicenter of this storm is none other than Shedeur Sanders. The young quarterback, whose talent has been turning heads across the league, is reportedly furious after being benched yet again. And the whispers coming out of the Browns locker room suggest that this is far more than a simple coaching decision. Sources close to the team claim that Sanders' frustration has reached a boiling point, with the quarterback allegedly expressing sentiments that cannot be ignored. "I'm tired of this," he reportedly said in a private moment that somehow found its way to the media. A statement that has now become the talk of the town, and has fans and analysts speculating on the true state of affairs in Cleveland. There's an unmistakable tension in the air, a sense that the Browns are teetering on the edge of an internal crisis, and Shedeur Sanders is right at the center of it. Insiders describe a scene that is far from ordinary. The young quarterback, who came into the league with immense expectations thanks to his pedigree and undeniable talent, is said to be struggling with what he perceives as a lack of trust from the coaching staff. The repeated decisions to sideline him in favor of alternatives have not only frustrated him personally, but have also sparked a ripple effect through the team. Some players reportedly sympathize with Sanders, seeing him as a prodigious talent being mismanaged, while others appear wary, uncertain how to navigate the growing tension without it spilling into the locker room. The Browns have always been a franchise with a storied history of highs and lows, but this current situation is shaping up to be one of the most talked about internal conflicts in recent memory. The buzz around Cleveland is palpable. Social media is aflame with clips, rumors, and hot takes as fans debate the implications of Sanders' public display of frustration. Analysts have begun dissecting every angle, from coaching philosophy to team dynamics, asking questions that haven't been fully answered yet. Why has Sanders been benched repeatedly, despite flashes of brilliance? Is there a breakdown in communication between the quarterback and the coaching staff, or is this a matter of strategy that the public simply cannot see yet? Every post, every cryptic tweet seems to add fuel to the fire, and the narrative is becoming almost impossible to contain. People are no longer asking if the Browns have a quarterback problem, they are asking if the entire culture of the team is at stake. Rumors about locker room discord are starting to gain traction as well. There are whispers that teammates have begun choosing sides, some quietly rooting for Sanders to take a stand, others cautious, not wanting to upset the delicate balance of authority. The dynamic within the team, sources suggest, has shifted from quiet professionalism to a simmering undercurrent of tension that could have long-term implications. Coaches are reportedly struggling to maintain control, attempting to mediate between the young quarterback's fiery passion and the team's overall strategy. The challenge, insiders say, is not just about who starts on the field, but about maintaining a cohesive unit when key players feel undervalued or ignored. In a league where momentum and morale can dictate the course of a season, the Browns' internal dynamics are suddenly under intense scrutiny. Shedeur Sanders' path has never been conventional, and perhaps that's part of why this situation has escalated so dramatically. Coming from a lineage known for excellence and possessing a skill set that makes even seasoned defenders nervous, Sanders carries with him a confidence that borders on defiance when he feels constrained. The reports suggest that this defiance is no longer quiet, it's now visible, expressed in moments of exasperation and in conversations that are leaking into the media. "I've had enough of this" is the phrase that has captured the imagination of fans and pundits alike, encapsulating a sentiment that is both personal and emblematic of a larger struggle within the Browns organization, every day that passes without resolution seems to amplify the stakes. As the tension becomes a narrative in itself, the rumor mill doesn't stop at Sanders' visible frustration. Speculation is rampant about what this could mean for the Browns in the near future. Could this lead to a sudden trade request? Might the team be forced to make a drastic coaching change to appease a rising star? Or is this a temporary storm that will pass once Sanders and the coaching staff find common ground? Analysts point out that the balance between player empowerment and coaching authority is delicate, and mishandling it can have far-reaching consequences. The Browns are now under the microscope, with every decision dissected, every move analyzed for hidden meaning. And in this high-stakes environment, Shedeur Sanders' anger is no longer just a personal matter, it's a symbol of a deeper uncertainty that fans are both anxious and intrigued to see unfold. Fans have been vocal, too, taking to every platform to voice their opinions, predictions, and outright outrage. The debate has grown so intense that even casual observers are drawn into the conversation, weighing in on whether the Browns management is doing justice to a player of Sanders' caliber. Supporters of Sanders argue that his talent demands respect and that benching him repeatedly risks squandering a once-in-a-generation opportunity. Critics, on the other hand, suggest that there may be elements beyond public perception, perhaps off-field issues, practice habits, or strategic considerations that justify the coaching staff's choices. Yet despite all the conjecture, one fact remains undeniable: Sanders' voice has now become a force in the discourse surrounding the Browns, and his frustration is shaping the narrative in ways that cannot be ignored. Even beyond Cleveland, this story has begun to reverberate throughout the league. Rival teams are reportedly watching closely, analyzing how the situation might impact the Browns' performance and what it could reveal about the temperament of their young quarterback. Sports media outlets are spinning stories, breaking down video clips of Sanders' reactions and interviewing insiders who hint at an organization on edge. The sense of anticipation is almost tangible. It's as if the entire NFL is collectively holding its breath, waiting to see how this simmering crisis will unfold. Will it escalate into a full-blown public confrontation, or will cooler heads prevail and a resolution be reached behind closed doors? The speculation is endless, and with each passing hour, the drama only deepens. What's most fascinating about this developing saga is the human element. At its core, this isn't just about plays, stats, or wins and losses. It's about ambition, identity, and the struggle for recognition in a high-pressure environment. Shedeur Sanders represents more than just a quarterback. He embodies the dreams of countless fans, the expectations of a storied football lineage, and the raw emotions of someone who knows they have what it takes to succeed, but feels stifled by circumstance. The Browns' handling of this situation will not only define this season, but may very well influence the trajectory of Sanders' career and the perception of the franchise for years to come. And in a league where narratives often overshadow reality, this particular story is poised to dominate headlines, social media, and conversations for the foreseeable future. As the rumblings continue, one thing is clear: the Browns are at a crossroads. The decision makers face an unprecedented challenge, balancing the fiery passion of a young quarterback with the overarching goals of the team. Fans, pundits, and insiders are all weighing in, trying to predict the next move, and each new rumor seems to add layers of intrigue and complexity. Whether this situation resolves quietly, behind the scenes, or explodes into a full-blown saga, Shedeur Sanders' visible frustration has already left an indelible mark on the franchise's narrative. The coming weeks will be crucial, as every practice, every huddle, and every decision is now seen through the lens of this unfolding drama. Cleveland has always been a city that knows the highs and lows of football intimately. And now, with Sanders at the center of a storm that shows no signs of abating, the Browns are experiencing a chapter that may well be remembered for years to come. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!